got through a whole round, huh? Not me.
Maybe you've got it a little better.
Not me.
My favorite is the 9-hole course up in Rapid City. It's kind of a geezer league, but it's a 29, par 29, so. I've won, of course, I had a few. I had a better handicap. I got first prize on that twice a week.
Good handicap. All right, welcome tonight, everyone. I'll call to order this special meeting of the Sturgis City Council, December 9th, 6:30 p.m. First item on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
Mayor, I would like to amend the agenda and add a 3B of non-agenda items that may come before the council to the agenda, please.
Good addition, Tony. First by Tony to approve the agenda with the addition of non-agenda items.
I'll second.
We'll call Ruth tonight. Second by Ruth. Those in favor of the approving the agenda with the amendment indicate by stating yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. All right, we have the agenda. Please join me in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And with the other items, we'll have some announcements and praise. I hope that everyone had a chance to enjoy our downtown both Thursday and Friday of last week for the tree lighting ceremony and the parade of lights. Great weather. Downtown looked amazing. Good job, everyone that was involved in that. Tomorrow, December 10th, is the last day to enter the Downtown Sturgis Foundation 7th Annual Holiday Giveaway. Tuesday, December 17th, there is a candidates forum at the Williams Building where the school board holds their meetings. There's a candidates forum at 6 p.m. And you'll get a chance to have, I think Francie Rubel is moderating that candidate forum, and that's put on by the Chamber of Commerce. December 18th at the Meade County Erskine Building, 3 p.m. They are reinterning a time capsule that was found in the courthouse. A spot was created in the Erskine Building lobby when that building was remodeled, and the Sturgis area, Sturgis Meade County Historical Society has taken on the project of cataloging everything that was in that time capsule, putting together a new version, and they're going to put it away. I think this is close to the 135th anniversary of Meade County. So, December 19th is Scrooge Night in Sturgis. Local businesses will have great deals and late hours, so everybody shop local. Anybody have any additional announcements or praise? How about members of the public? How about non-agenda items? Anything from council? How about from the public?
Mr. Mayor, I have one thing.
Please.
Dave Murtha, I had some residents ask this question. Unfortunately, it's about the election. Is there going to be early voting? Is there a timeline for the election process where, because I got some folks that are going to Arizona?
Yeah, David, we're going to have absentee voting. We just talked about that today. By state law, we thought that it started on the 23rd, but we considered opening it up a little bit earlier than that, and so we'll be announcing that before next week's meeting.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Mr. Mayor, may I ask, I missed the non-agenda item, but I see that on that Scrooge night, the library is going to have an open house as well, a holiday open house. the entire day and into the evening here in Sturgis on the 19th.
Very good, thank you, Jim. Anyone have anything else they want to add? All right, we'll continue on to item 4, and that's with approval of the council. But it's for the appointment of Brian Hedinger to the Park and Forestry Board. There was an absence on that board because of a resignation that left him in a situation where they've been having a hard time to have a quorum so they can hold meetings. And Brian has graciously offered to serve on that board. Please.
I'd make the motion to approve that.
I'd second.
Those in favor of the appointment of Brian to the Park and Forestry Board indicate by stating yes.
Yes.
All right. I know that said informational report, but I believe the ordinance reads that it's with the consent of the council on those, so. Next item on our agenda, 5.1, is consideration to approve second reading of the 2025 budget ordinance. Ordinance number 2024-09. We had extensive discussion over the last 4 meetings. Had our first reading last Monday. Providing we have a motion that passes approving this second reading, that ordinance will come into effect just in time for the 2025 calendar year. Still a few do-outs, so to speak, on the budget document. Deb's working on getting that as a searchable PDF, getting some page numbers and getting it cleaned up a little bit. It'll be published on the city's website. It was a hard process that many staff members and many from the council worked on. A lot of hard decisions came through that process. I think every decision was made with the best interests of the city of Sturgis in mind, and resulted in a reduction of about $1.25 million from our previous year's budget, and is balanced with a just under $200,000 contingency fund. Does anybody have any questions or want to add to the discussion? How about anybody from the public?
Bernie Usera. The flat track race that we had, did the city make any money off of that race this year?
Bernie, we made no money off that this year.
Okay.
We didn't pay any money out, but we didn't make any money on it.
Did they make any money on it?
They did not make any money either. If they made money, then we would make money.
Okay. What was the revenue from this year's rally? You should know that by now by going through the budget, I would think.
Well, that revenue reconciliation is a piece that hasn't been completed for 2024, so that's where this budget was created without any cash applied, and we're in CPA to finish making sure that all of the monies are placed in the right bucket, if you will. Maybe Ann you've had some conversations with them.
They've got everything laid out and ready to go, and they're ready to start getting all the journal entries done. That's where we're we're having problems is journal entries weren't done. Anything that came in ACH into the bank, automatic, a lot of that was not journaled to hit the books. So they're working on that for us. And this next week, it sounds like they'll have it. They'll get it done as far as getting those journal entries done. And then they'll look at, I had that were moving things, you know, from coded wrong, that type of thing. And they're fixing those. And they're ready to get those on, going into the books also.
So they'll need some more time for that.
Yeah, they will. They'll probably a couple weeks.
Did we make any money from the sponsors from this year's rally?
Well, we certainly collected cash from many sponsors. We've had many long-term sponsors that have existing contracts, and we did make money off of those.
And so you do have an amount on that then?
Well, we know where some of our contracts are as far as those pieces, but honestly, since the revenue hasn't been reconciled, we're not even sure that everything's been paid. So we just need that extra couple weeks to finish the reconciliation.
Okay. If I read, if I read this right, for the 2024, the total expenses for the rally and sponsorship for 2024 was $1,499,948.
That would have been year-to-date. If you're looking at the budget presentation,
Yes, sir.
that's actually what was budgeted, not what was
That's what was bu-
expended or what.
Okay.
So
So then for this past summer, it was $817,476 expenses.
817 is
Oh,
what's
wait a minute.
budgeted for 2025.
Sorry, sir.
The last year actual expenses is 2023 at $1,589,000.
Okay, 2023, yeah. All right. One of the things I was also concerned about, Sturgis Chamber of Commerce has agreed to host the 8 Music on Main events, along with 4 additional events after the rally. This will reduce event costs and significantly extend the event window immediately following the rally. Rally-specific events will be contracted to an external event contractor, with the goal of reducing costs, enhancing the event experience. So has this been set up yet, a contractor for events?
So there's been a high-level discussion with the chamber, and they've agreed that they can build the community events outside of the rally and do more. When we historically stopped doing the events 2 weeks before the rally and didn't do any more during the after rally timeline, so that we can capture, the thought is that we can capture people that are in the area for both the Days of 76, which bookends the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally on the first week, just before, and the Cool Deadwood Nights event that bookends the rally on the backside, and then also leads into the Wednesday before Labor Day, when we have a great many people in town for both the Mustang Rally and other Black Hills area events.
Okay. But
The
you don't have a contractor yet.
The contract there has been no discussion. If there was a contract, you would see it on the agenda, and it would be approved by the council.
Okay, rally-specific events. So is our events department then going to be closed? It'll no longer be, or?
We've changed the funding on that. If there's approval of the second reading, that went from a staff of 4 persons in 2024 to just a single person
Right.
for 2025.
We won't go there. So I was just concerned, though, about the fact that here you're looking at contracting with somebody else when we have people here already in the events department that have done locating the bands, helping set that up, all of that. And
In order to balance the budget, Bernie, I understand what you're saying, but we needed to find efficiencies, and we're hoping we found them. And we hope we don't have to go deeper, because there's no guarantee that this is the end of it. I mean, we made projections on revenue. If we don't collect revenue, we don't have money to apply out of our savings, if you will, to keep the trajectory that we were on, so. It's been a lot of hard decisions, and a lot of hard discussion.
thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any, Bonnie, will you come up to the?
Bonnie Albert, Sturgis. For the sake of folks who don't follow this as closely as some of us do, could you give us some clarification and explanation on 5.1? It says Sturgis Budget Overview, Final 2, with corrected ordinance and changes. Explain what that means with corrected ordinance and changes, and this is basically a second reading of what you passed first reading last time around, but explain how that involves the ordinance and what changes.
There was no change to capital improvements, but there was an error in the actual ordinance document that did not calculate the capital improvement dollars that were in the actual line item budget. And so that was corrected. And then there was a $250 line item in mayor and council that had a total, but it didn't have the $250 in the individual line that was right above it for supplies. Or excuse me, it was repairs and maintenance. And so that was filled in.
Okay, and I know that because I was here, but if you take a cold look at it, it's like, oh, are they making more changes? I just wanted to clarify that for people in general, that it was just those little tweaks that had to be done from the last meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the budget, the fact of the matter is, the budget gets approved as an ordinance,
Yes.
right?
That's why there was a first reading, a second reading. It'll come into effect 21 days after it's published in our legal newspaper. Any further discussion? Is anyone willing to make a motion on the second reading?
I'll make the motion to approve the second reading of the budget.
I'll second.
First by Ruth, second by Jim. Is there any further discussion on the second reading of the 2025 budget ordinance? Hearing none, we'll roll call vote. I'll clarify that as acting mayor, I'm still a counselor, so I do get to vote in these matters. After the election and the swearing in, there would not be, so I'll vote first. I vote yes. Jim?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Ruth?
Yes.
Jesse,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Thank you, that was unanimous. Item 5.2 on the agenda is approval of the request for consumption permit at Dave Barf's privately owned hangar at the Sturgis Municipal Airport. Is there anybody who wants to cover the agenda item? It's a Christmas party that's open to quite a few different entities. They've offered it to city employees as well, and there's no cost. The city's not putting any money into it, and they're looking to have a consumption permit for the date of that event, which is Saturday, the help me with it. 14th. Any discussion? Somebody willing to make a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
First by Tony,
A second.
second by Nick to approve the consumption permit for December 14th at the airport for the Christmas party. All those in favor indicate by stating yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion is carried. Last item on our agenda is executive session. We do have one contractual item to discuss. There will not be action afterwards. Is there a motion to go into exec?
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Jesse first, second by Nick. Those in favor of going into executive session for a contractual item indicate by stating yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. All right, this should not take
businesses that need to hire, I think people are somehow reluctant to walk into the business and nobody really knows anything is there. I just think to have that opportunity to walk in face to face and employees to see retiring who didn't work and vice versa, I just think.
Hold up.
Well, he certainly has people who need employment. I wonder if they would partner with the chamber. If they would partner with the chamber. And it can be immediate and longer term.
We're live?
Very anticipating summer.
It says live. Oh, I see.
And I talked to a woman in November who said, I'm starting to look, but I'm not ready to hire. And so, it won't be closed until after the first of the year. But there's nothing wrong with a pending conversation. Thank you for letting us hang out while you do your meeting, because we just enjoy our company. And it's a lot more people in here than out there.
All right, we're ready to come out of executive session. Is there a move or a motion to come out of executive session?
So moved.
Second.
First by Tony, second by Jim to come out of executive session. All those in favor of that motion indicate by stating yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. All right, we have no action. We're ready to adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to approve.
I'll
First by
second.
Tony, second by Ruth to adjourn. All those in favor of adjournment indicate by stating yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you.